It's Ty. I'm on season one of Destination X, the season's first blindside, entire bus blindside, and you are watching Hollywood Junket.
Yay, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so I want to get right into it. Ty, what was your reaction watching kind of the Girls Alliance not necessarily coming through for you? Especially with Allie, we kind of watched her kind of keep quiet after knowing, the plan with Biggie. What was your reaction to all that?
It was hard watching it back again. It was, because I just remember in that moment, I really was relying on Allie to still have my back. I did come clean to her about lying about meeting Janae, and I did it that night. I mean, I did it on the bus, like right then and there. So I thought that, if she could forgive Shane, she would forgive me. And I had actually asked for her help because I had a feeling that that clue that Rick and Biggie gave to me about like the placemats and like the colors, that I knew that that was too vague to be real. So I asked her, I was like, look, they gave me this clue. I don't think it's real. You're with Shane or whatever. Talk to Shane. Let me know what's up with this. And she didn't. So it was hard. She really, really preached being a girl's girl from the very beginning. And but then when it came down to me or Shane, and both Shane and I were equally wrong in not being upfront about meeting Peter and Janae, I felt like she, as showmances go, this is what happens on reality TV. Sometimes it happens in life too, but she went
Yeah.
with her man and I went home.
Speaking of that, Ty, I was thrown for a loop as well. When Shane broke Allie's vase, I was not expecting that. What else do you think? Is there another contestant we should look out for who might kind of throw us for a loop? Or what was your thoughts on that?
So yeah, that really threw me for a loop. In the moment when we were playing the game, I was like, okay, I need Allie to win this. Again, I still had all my faith in Allie. Who else was I going to put my faith in at that point? So I'm like, if Allie wins, Allie will tell me. And then when Shane smashed her vase too, I'm like, she still think this man is. She doesn't get it. I was like, she doesn't get it. He is with Biggie. You supposed to be with me, and we were going to go to the end. Oh my gosh, it was frustrating. It was just so frustrating the whole time.
No, totally understand. I would be frustrated myself. Speaking of Janae and Peter, did you ever at any point in that episode know that they were clues or anything like that?
No, oh, like the Love Island and the Bachelor
Yeah.
for no, no, totally went over my head. This game is so tricky. It's like you're in this game and there's like a bunch of riddles, but you don't have any direction. You don't know what to look at. That went over my head. I just thought they were enjoying the game, and I wanted to work with Janae. I told her that. I tried to come up with a plan for us to act like we didn't, know each other, and it just blew up. It blew up my whole game, and I was like, I lost everything really in that one moment.
Speaking of that one moment, you get your name called and you have to leave. Do you think it was a mistake for Biggie to have said that he had to deceive someone in order to keep himself safe? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Him saying that in front of the whole bus, I didn't think was smart. Just showing his hand that he was that deceptive, and that we were an alliance and he turned against me. I did appreciate the explanation because if you saw, I went up there, my hand on my hip, I was like, I want answers. You are gonna
I
have to tell
saw
me
that.
something before I get off this bus. I know I'm out, but I deserve an answer. And at first, Biggie really wasn't saying anything. And I pressed a little bit more, and then he admitted it. And on one hand, I was like, okay, we're playing a game. Somebody had to go, but why me? Why did it have to be me? We've been working together since Geneva. I was in an alliance with Biggie and Shane, just me and the boys since Geneva before Allie came into the picture. So I was like, man, like I said, I'm like, I just got blindsided. I did not think that was going to be my reality TV experience. I guess I can like check that off my bingo card. I got blindsided.
Yeah, it's always a core memory, right? Um,
Mhm.
Speaking of that, my next question for you is Mac. She seems to be kind of picking up on clues on her own. Does she ever kind of share with you guys, or is she kind of more on the low key side, like, oh yeah, just kind of guessing?
low key side. So from day one, just getting to know Mac, huge threat, so smart, well traveled. She had backpacked throughout Europe right before going on the show that summer. I was like, okay, yes. And she told us that. She told us that.
What?
Yes, she talking about, oh, this place in Prague that I went to and this and that. Backpack, boots on the ground. I was like, this girl is dangerous. So Mac was always a huge threat. Love her as a person. Hated her on the show. I wanted her gone. The problem with Mac is, like I said, she's good. She's smart. She's
Mhm.
so well traveled. All that information was so fresh. She didn't really need alliances.
Yeah.
So that moment where you saw in Switzerland when it was like she was really stressed out and it was actually Jonah who went home and they were 3 miles apart. I was like, we were this close to getting her out. I knew Mac was going to be a problem because she's too hard to throw off. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, she is calculated, that's for sure. And
Yeah,
that's to
she's
be
very
kind of
smart. Yeah.
yeah, very, very smart. I have to ask too, what is the craziest story on the bus, or what's it kind of like on the bus? Any story that stands out to you?
Oh my gosh. I would have to say Kim. Okay. Kim is a comedian. The bus was so fun just by virtue of Kim just being on the cast. She is just so animated. She has these crazy stories. She's lived an incredible life. This woman has done everything. Okay. So we had so much fun with Kim. There was a time where we like played cards with each other. We were playing poker and stuff, and we had so much fun. Rick celebrated a birthday on the bus. And yeah, we had a little mini, what we could do, a little mini celebration. I think we did get beer. I think I had wine, and we tried to make it like a special thing. But so many memories, so many good core memories. Even though I went out being blindsided by my alliance, I still had such a great time. And those memories are really what I carry with me. So I had an incredible experience overall.
Absolutely. And one last question here for time. So is it safe to say you're not a Love Island or Traitors fan, or
Okay, let me clarify that. Do not say I'm not a Love Island fan. Take that back. Take that back.
I
Take
take it
that
back.
back.
I take it
Okay,
back.
great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Ty was working as a flight attendant on reserve. My schedule was crazy. I did not have time to keep up with a live stream show all summer. I was preparing for Destination X. I was literally really studying. I was doing activities. I was doing everything to get ready. I just literally did not watch the show. Love Island had just finished filming like 2 or 3 weeks before we started. Okay. But Peter, Traders, I recognize Peter. And that's why I wanted to work with him. That's why I wanted to work with him. That's why you saw me trying to build a relationship. We talked about aviation. I was like, he is kind of cool too. So yeah, yeah. But I have nothing against Love Island. I actually think the premise of the show is really, really exciting. I did start watching this season. Okay. Okay. Nothing against Love Island. Nothing against Love Island.
So, Ty, I know you were kind of iffy about the clues that, Rick and Biggie were giving you. Is that kind of why you broke Rick's vase in the next
Yes.
challenge?
Oh my gosh. No one's asked me that all day. I had a conversation with Rick on the bus. I said, Rick, be real with me. I know that clue is fake. You out kind of on an island by yourself. I'm on an island by myself because you see, like, Allie won't talk to me no more. She won't sit next to me, like, whatever, whatever. I was like, just be real with me. Like, I know that you're lying about that clue. And he was just like, nope, nope, that's all it was. So when I smashed his face, I actually said it out loud. I said, Rick, I said, I tried to have an honest conversation with you
Mhm.
and you didn't do that. So you lied to me. I was like, I know that I called him out for it. Yeah. And then I smashed his vase, but that's exactly why. That is exactly why.
Thank you. That's incredible.
I know I got all the tea, girl. We can talk again. I got all the tea.